So I guess I'm gonna have to do one of these videos every couple of months, because since the last video as to where I cleared things up for everybody, I gained over 120,000 followers. And I have thousands of messages in my DMs, so I'd rather just do a video at this point instead of just replying to everybody. So if you really want to know, I'll give you a full rundown of my unfortunate relationship with Larry Fink, and give you some insight, which I've been trying to do for months now, on what's going to come our way, especially in America. Now, a lot of people probably don't know this, but Larry actually has 3 grown-up grandchildren, okay? Me being one of them, which I'm 29 by the way, and my sister that's also on TikTok as well. And then my cousin that's 9 years younger than me, and no, I'm not going to name him here on TikTok. Let's just say he gives me the full rundown as to what's happening in that family, because I don't associate myself with that side of the family. And let's just say that Larry does not like me and my sister, okay? See, a lot of people think that Larry only has a couple of children, 2 of them being Joshua and Emily. And I despise my uncle with my entire existence, and I'm just going to leave it at that. But when Larry was really young, he had 2 other children as well. One of them being my father, which was abandoned by Larry at a very young age as well. And I do not want to release the identity of my father on here, okay? Reasons of why I only showed a couple of people the picture of Larry and my father. People that I know won't go off on the internet just spreading that photo around. But see, Larry came back into my father's life when he was around 13 years old, and then left again. It didn't come back until he was 20 years old. And when my father turned 20 years old, Larry decided to introduce my father to the business side of the family, where my father got a full rundown and full blueprints of everything to come in the future. And see, the crazy thing about all this is Larry's not even the worst. And I was introduced to so many secrets when I was younger that my mind couldn't even fathom it. And see, I even had the opportunity to go off into that direction as well, but I chose not to. Me and my sister chose to be black sheep, and my father as well. He broke away from that side of the family. My father got to experience the real reality that exists around us. He saw the corruption that exists around the world, and he chose to break off from it. So he chose a different path. He chose to go off into the military, and now he's a retired warrant officer 4. He served 30 years in the Navy, and he never wants to look back. But when I turned 20 years old, he brought out some books, and these books had a lot of information in them, let's just say that, okay? And every single thing that I thought could have been a lie is now coming to light, and it's actually scary. Nobody sees what's happening, and that's the reason why I created a TikTok to begin with. I want to enlighten people and bring awareness as to what is on the way, because everybody is just so blindsided by everything around us. Why do you think that you don't question working a 9 to 5 every single day? This infrastructural society was created for one purpose, okay? We are here to serve. And there's so much darkness that exists around us on the daily that it would probably be impossible for majority of humanity to even be able to comprehend it. Let me just put it this way, okay? Because I can't say a lot, so I'm going to try to connect the dots the best way I can. There are 12 bloodlines that have always existed throughout history, okay? And my father changed his last name because he knew that. And no, I cannot tell you what the original last name used to be, okay? But let's just say that it led to some figures in history that have blue eyes and blonde hair, and beyond that. And I mean beyond that, all the way back to the Roman Empire. There is so much shit that I know about and I've tried telling people about that it actually makes me almost go crazy on the daily. And I've tried slowly but surely introducing that to everybody, especially on this app, but now it's just so censored that it's almost impossible. And I've tried making videos on X, and you guys can go follow me on X as well and see those videos for yourself. But they haven't got the same traction because people don't think that it's realistic. But this man right here, he is on a mission, okay? When I tell you I knew everything about crypto before crypto even became popular, I really do mean that. I knew what was coming with Bitcoin. I knew what was coming if hypothetically, let's just say the US dollar were to fall, okay? Wink, wink. I knew what was going on in Ukraine, but nobody wanted to see it as being realistic. Why do you think that Putin initially launched those in quotations attacks? There are so many people that don't know the truth behind this in quotations war in Ukraine right now. And there are so many secrets surrounding it that a lot of people wouldn't even be able to fathom it. But my main goal with making a video like this is to bring awareness as to what people can do to better prepare themselves for the future. And that is to become more informed with the tech industry. Invest in gold and silver and other natural resources and get in touch with crypto trading. The BRICS nations in themselves, they already have their currency on the way, okay? They have their natural resources to be able to back it up. Do you think that the United States has natural resources to back up a new age currency? I'm sure the answer is obvious in itself. And let's be realistic, the United States relies on weapon trade. And let's also be realistic, there is a lot of nations that are pledging their allegiance to joining the BRICS nations as well. Which, let's be honest, by now is the only superpower that stands in the United States' way. I mean, has nobody seen the NFT trading cards that Donald Trump just released? Like the one with Donald Trump and Bitcoin? And do you know how much profit that BlackRock has made from their Bitcoin ETF programs alone? And did you know about the Texas Stock Exchange that's being backed by BlackRock and Citadel Securities? If you want to know everything about that stock exchange, I can gladly do a video on it. But just know there is a lot that's coming to play right now, okay? And the superiority that the United States used to hold is slowly but surely disappearing. Regardless of what you want to believe and regardless of how patriotic you want to be, There is so much new age technology on the way. There are new age cities on the way. I've tried telling people about these cities for months, but every single time that I really try to open up people's eyes, I get issued a violation and my video gets taken down. So I went to X, I proceeded to take my information there, but guess what? It didn't get the traction that it needed to get. And I only have 20,000 followers on X right now, which is really sad. I have 450,000 followers on here. Like, where are you guys at? Go follow me on X, man, because I'm about to be unloading information on the daily. I want to bring awareness as to what's on the way, what is coming. And people don't understand what is on the way, what is coming, because they don't want to face that reality. So many people are stuck in their comfortable little confinement of this infrastructural society of which I spoke about. You don't want to break out of that mindset, and soon you're going to be forced to. And you know, I might become a target for making a video like this, but I just want everybody to know that there is something greater for all of you over the horizon, but only if you actually implement a change to begin with. That change is not going to be initiated by your leaders. It is going to be initiated by the people. The people have to realize how much power they truly still have. I mean, how many of you right now are self-sustainable, right? How many of you even have a garden of your own? All I'm asking is, are you prepared for the what if? And if you're not, then why? Because you don't believe in yourself? Do you understand that during the French Revolution, the people rioted over 2% sales tax? Do you know what the sales tax is nowadays? And do you know how much money that this man right here and every single other asset manager around the world makes off of this economy? Especially if hypothetically the stock exchange, wink wink, were going to collapse. This man right here is building an empire. Why do you think so many major CEOs, especially in the banking industry, are stepping down by next year? Look at Jamie Dimon, the CEO of JP Morgan. Look at Klaus Schwab, the founder of the WEF. It's not a coincidence, people. Just like in the time of the Atlanteans, AI is arising. And they've been very open about what's to come, but nobody wants to see it again as being realistic. What do you think movies are? You think movies are just there to provide some sense of entertainment? Television, people. Tell a vision. Tell a vision of what? I'm sure the answer is obvious in itself. And wow, how about that movie Civil War that came out earlier this year, right? Think outside the box. Because if you don't, it's just going to be too late. And I know some people might think that I've just been rambling on for the past 7 minutes. I get it. But I've been trying to say a lot, but not say too much. Because I can't say too much, and when I started to, my account was banned. So go follow me on X.